I'll turn it back on.
Around all sorts
And
of
cash.
And that cash, obviously, is what corporations are looking for. 40 years ago, American corporations didn't have much use for government bureaucrats. You see, only about 14% of the largest companies in the United States would put an ex-politician or an ex-bureaucrat on their corporate board. Today, that's changed dramatically. Now it's 50% that have ex-politicians or ex-bureaucrats on their corporate boards. And why do they do that? Because they feel like they have to have the relationships and the contacts with the powers that be in Washington in order to effectively stay in business. Lobbyists spend a lot of money in this town. Consider the single case of General Electric. That single company spends $100,000 every single day, 365 days a year, to influence and lobby Congress. And who do they pay? They tend to pay the people that voted previously for bills that related to General Electric. So individuals like former Congressman Gephardt from Missouri or former Senator Trent Lott from Mississippi, who've been paid lobbyists in the past for General Electric. And how profitable is it to lobby? The sad reality is oftentimes the best investment that a corporation can make. In fact, it can be a lot more profitable than buying or creating
But I did find in 2012.
There was a study done a couple of years ago by two professors at the University of Kansas.
Did you see that?
They found that for every dollar that lobbyists spent on a particular bill in 2004, those companies returned $220 for their investment. That amounts to a 22,000% return on investment. Where else can you make that kind of profit?
In 2011, I had a seizure.
22,000%.
That wasn't bad, but 2000...
That's pretty amazing. 30 major corporations now spend more money on lobbyists than they pay in federal taxes. They didn't pay a dime, right? That's exactly right. And there's a relationship there. You know, General Electric did a lot of lobbying. They got government money for clean energy. They got tax credits, but they spend a lot of their time carving out things in the tax code that benefits specifically them. Now, look, Sean, I'm not somebody who wants people to pay really high taxes.
This is before I had my CS.
When you have a system in a situation that leads corporations to feed the beast so that they can actually make more money on the side. In other words, pay their tithe or make their offer in Washington, D.C. I'll be honest, I mean, how can they be competitive if they don't? If their competitors are doing it, it's Washington that I blame for allowing it to happen. Absolutely. They set the rules. That's exactly right.
They was playing on the amateur tour there, and I was playing on the tournament.
You get into state capitalism. That graph that shows the 22,000%, 200% return. If you have after-tax return on Wall Street now of 20%, you're a rock star as far as the company goes. It shows you that big government has now made it that an investment in further big government.
I was just saying, it's kind of hard to believe a guy in your condition.
I mean, this is the way big government affects capitalism.
Now
that you have to have a bureaucrat or a former politician on your board, and the reason companies put them on there because they need somebody to help them navigate. They pay them a lot. Let's be honest. They usually,
anyway, Mr. America, this is what I'm watching.
You get stock options.
I'm watching this guy.
Stipends, you get pay. I mean, they're very
Schumer guy.
That's why people do it. You also have liability too, but it's very lucrative. But the reason companies do it,
I don't have that modern
and by the way, you mentioned the 7,000 jets that are landing there. I doubt they're going to the
all Democrats.
I think, or the Washington Monument.
What do you guys against Democrats? Nothing. I'm a Democrat.
And they have access. Yes. That's right.
Yeah, damn thing against Democrats.